Well, this is Sunday, May the 2nd, and as y'all know, I've been working in my garden. I'm taking a break today. Hudson and I did a lot of weed pulling, and we built a little box, and we've got it mostly full with dirt, and today I do need to plant some okra in there. So I'm showing you a part of of my yard that I'm really kind of ashamed of, but because I've let it get so yucky. But anyway, this is my next project. Here's my pavilion. As you can see, the wind has just tore up my lights. It tore up my shade that I had up there, and the deck is getting all bleached out. And you see Hudson over there in his swimsuit. He's swimming on this day, and I don't know how he can do it. It's so cold. Anyway, so while he's swimming, I have to sit out here and watch him. So I've been thinking, this is kind of an area that just has gotten neglected, really. But so I decided I'm going to spruce it up this year. I planted my yellow bush that I bought the other day in Lowe's right here next to this fence line that goes into the backyard. And then there's just a couple of chairs that I have here. And I've got my pots there. I hadn't put my flowers back out. And then I planted the sage here. And so, I don't know. I've just been thinking all morning about ideas. I am fixing, Kathleen told me she would help me stain the deck and everything, because it's really, that sun's hard on it. It's also hard on the furniture. I just bought those cushions, and they're already so bleached out. And I'm thinking, we just sort of threw this up, never finished it. I'm wanting to do maybe lattice right here, and maybe I could plant something that would climb up on the lattice. I don't know. This morning I had some leftover irises that Susie gave me, so I put them right here along this fence line so that I could have some irises there. Look at my rose bushes. It's just now starting to bloom, and I have so many. I mean, look at all that. This is what reminds me the most of my grandmother, Bonnie Pilkington. She loved rose bushes. My grandmother loved flower beds. It didn't matter what it was. I guess I took after her. Looky there at that rose, and it's got water in it because we've had so much rain. Now this is a mini rose bush. It came in just a little tiny pot, and I had put it outside of my swimming pool. And I thought I was just going to let it stay there in the pot, and it kept growing. So I came over here to the corner, and I planted it. And in 2 years, it has done this. It is amazing. And it goes all the way, I don't know if you can tell, but it goes all the way around to this side of my yard. Anyway. So, as you can tell, this is a swimming pool, and it's flooded around. And this bush is trying to come back from the winter. It's still, it's got some dried leaves on it. But I am thankful that it made it this far. So there's my deck. I've just got a lot of figuring out what I'm going to do with it. Hudson, let me see you dive. Jump off. Cannonball.
Not yet.
Not yet? I don't know how he's in that water. It's so cold. Oh, are you? The water's really deep because of the rain, and it's got some dirt in it. But my pool guy will be coming. I tell you, if you need a pool guy, what you need to do is call Gary Snow. I'm real happy with him. He does my work on my pump now, and I don't have to. And it's really nice to have somebody to take care of it. Anyway, these are irises that Susie gave me. Irises that Susie gave me last year. They did bloom. They're white. these purple irises, they've got a story to tell you about them. Well, one year in the 80s, my grandmother called me. We'd had a lot of rain, just like we're having this year. And these irises were in her flower bed. Well, there was so much rain that they had escaped out into the yard, and they went down into the front of her house in the bar ditch, growing over that fence. And this and cannons had both done it. And so she called me, and I got up, and Tim and I went, and we dug up these cannons. So when I was in Morgan Mill, I had these cannons all in my front yard in the flower beds, because I just loved them. But when I moved out of Morgan Mill, I decided, of course, I couldn't leave my grandmother's irises, or cannons. These are the cannons that come from Mamaw's house, right here. They haven't bloomed yet. They're orange and white. But anyway, so I moved to Stephenville. I took them with me, and I planted them in that yard. And they look beautiful there. And I had a whole flower bed full of them. And so when I moved from Stephenville and to Lipan, downtown, I brought them with me, and I planted them at Miss Sears's old house for the year I lived there. Well, then I left Miss Sears's house, and we come back to our Pilkington property, where this was Mama and Papa's property, all this was. And what I did is I brought them with me. So I put them around the pool. I've got them in my flower bed. I've got the cannons here. I've got them in the front yard in the flower bed. And you can see I've got them just everywhere, all over the place. So they made full circle. They came from the Pilkingtons, and they went back to the Pilkingtons. Ah, you having fun? I don't want to scream really loud. It hurts my voice. No. Okay, Hudson had water in his ears, and I need to help him get that out. I'll show you one thing else that Mamaw had planted at her house. They're still there to this day, where Robert lives, and they're on the right side, I believe. But somehow they come up here. Don't know the name of them. Maybe they're a yucca plant or something, but they do bloom. You can see that they're fixing to bloom. And I mean, they have just, I guess the wind blew the seeds here, because I don't know. I only had one little one when we first moved here, but they've multiplied. So I don't know what the story is behind them. I don't know if Mamaw planted them there. But anyway, a little Mamaw carries on in my blood, and my kids' blood, and my great-grandson's blood. I'm teaching him how to garden like Mamaw taught me how. And I hope he has memories of me that I have of her. Anyway, I just hope y'all enjoyed this Sunday. I've just shown you a little bit. I've got a lot of work to do. The grass needs mowed. God's blessed us with a lot of rain. And I hope y'all have a blessed Sunday.